Hello students, let us see today Regula falsi method. Solve for a positive root of x cube minus 4x plus 1 equal to 0 by the method of Regula falsi method, or another name, the method of false position by Regula falsi method. Okay, now let us see using Regula falsi method how to find out the roots. So write the given f of x cube minus 4x plus 1. So instead of x, uh, we can substitute 0. So 1, which is positive. Next, instead of x, we can substitute 1. Then we'll get 1 minus 4 plus 1. So which is minus 2. This is negative. So therefore, a root lies between 0 and 1. Right here, regular falsi formula. So which is x1 equal to a into f of b minus b into f of a divided by f of b minus f of a, and then a less than b. So this is regular falsi formula. So here we will take a equal to 0 and b equal to 1. So instead of a we have to substitute 0. Instead of b we have to substitute 1 minus b into f of a divided by f of 1 minus f of 0. Using calculator, simplify this, then we'll get minus 1 divided by minus 2 minus 1. So already we have f of x. In that f of x function, we have to substitute 0 and 1. Then we'll get the values. The simplify will get 0.333. So f of x1, we have to check this x value positive or negative. Already we have f of x function. Instead of x, we have to substitute 0.333. Then we'll get minus 0.2963, which is negative. So you want to make the diagram. Actually, first 0 and 1. Here 0 positive, 1 negative. 0 positive, 1 negative. After using regular falsi formula, then we are getting x1 value 0.33. Next we have to substitute this x values in the given function. Then we get which is negative. So again, therefore, a root lies between alternate sign, positive and negative. So 0 and 0.3. Instead of negative, in case if we get positive, therefore a root lies between 0.3 and 1. So, but we are getting getting again negative. So therefore a root lies between 0 and 0.3. So we'll take a equal to 0 and b equal to 0.333 or 1 by 3. Next need to use the formula x2 equal to a into f of b minus b into f of a divided by f of b minus f of a. We'll substitute the values directly. 0 into f of 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3 into f of 0 divided by f of 1 by 3 minus f of 0. So using calculator, just to simplify this, then we'll get the value 0.25714. We have to check this is negative or positive. Already we have f of x. Instead of x, we can substitute 0.25714. Then we'll get negative minus 0.011. So which is negative. So again, using the Regula falsi formula, then we'll get the x2 value 0.25. So which is again negative. So therefore a root lies between again 0 and 0.25. So a equal to 0, b equal to 0.25714. Again need to use Regula falsi formula. So x3 equal to 0 into f of 0.25714 minus 0.25714 into f of 0 divided by f of b minus f of a. So just f of 0.25714 minus f of 0. So using calculator simplify this, then we'll get 0.25420. We'll check this is positive or negative. We have to substitute this instead of the given function, instead of x, you have to substitute 0.25420. Then we'll get minus 0.0003. So again, which is negative. Actually here, x value 0.257. Now again using the formula, we are getting here x value is 0.25420, again which is negative. So therefore a root lies between positive and negative. So again 0 and 0.25410. So a equal to 0, b equal to 0.25420. So x4 equal to 0 into f of 0.25420 minus 0.25420 into f of 0 divided by f of 0.25420 minus f of 0. using calculator, simplify this, then we'll get 0.25410. We'll check this value positive or negative. So this again we are getting 0.40129. This again negative. So now till now x3 and x4 exact three decimals are repeated, 0.254. So we'll do again one more iteration. So now x4 value 0.25441. So x value 0.2541. This is again negative. So therefore your root lies between again 0 and 0.2541. So A equal to 0. Keep your mind here. Formula A less than B. Likewise, you have to choose A and B value. So A equal to 0. B equal to 0.25410. So x5 equal to 0 into f of 0.25410 minus 0.25410 into f of A. So f of 0 divided by f of B minus f of A. 0.25410 minus f of 0. Using calculator, simplify this. Then we'll get minus 0.25410 divided by minus 1.4012936. So simplify this again, we'll get the answer 0.25410. So here x4 and x5 exact four decimals are repeated. So exact actually five decimals are repeated. Uh, Hence the root is 0.25410. So if you get any problem in regular falsi method, first you should write the given function. Instead of x, you have to substitute 0, 1, 2, 3. When it will change the sign, then you have to stop the process. Then you should find out the roots. Here, when you are substituting 0 and 1, we are getting alternative side. So therefore, your root lies between 0 and 1. Right next to regular falsi formula. And then here condition A less than B. Likewise, you have to choose A and B values. You have to substitute everything the formula. Simplify will get the x1 value. Next, we have to check this x1 value or positive or negative. That given f of x, we have to substitute instead of x 0.43. Then we'll get which is positive or negative. Based on the positive negative, we have to choose A and B values. This problem we are getting again negative, so that's why we are choosing again. Therefore, a root lies between 0 and 1 by 3 or 0.33. So again, using formula, we are getting x2 value 0.25714. Again, which is negative. So again, we have to choose A and B values. Again, need to use the formula. Again, continue the process. Then exact 5 to 4 decimal or 5 decimals are repeated until you have to do it. Sometimes it will be mentioned the problem how many decimal need to make 4 decimal or 3 decimals or 5 decimals. So here exact 5 decimals are repeated 0.25410. x4 and then x5 value 0.25410 exact correct to 4 decimals are repeated. So we have to stop the process. So hence the root is here 0.25410. So here you try to get regular falsi means just what are the procedure. Given any problem, algebraic or exponential or trigonometric, just try to apply the same process. Then we'll get the roots. In case if it is given Newton-Raphson means you should apply the Newton-Raphson formula. In case regular falsi means you should apply regular falsi formula instead of you don't apply for another method. So you read the problem properly. Given Gauss elimination means you want to apply Gauss elimination. Regular falsi means just you have to apply regular falsi procedure, and Newton-Raphson means you should apply Newton-Raphson procedure instead of you don't apply another procedure. Okay, students, thank you.